Okay, I'm joined by Milt. Please tell us what you're doing here.
Okay.
And what a little bit about your view on conventional states and why you're helping out with it.
Sure. Right. Well, my name's Milt Give. I'm a retired Air Force officer, combat veteran. Spent the best years and worst days of my life serving our country, fighting for liberty. And, that fight never ends. We wind up having to, it's still going on, but how do you fight today? And our freedoms are under attack. And the best way that I see to do that is to preserve our liberty is to get 3 amendments for term limits, fiscal responsibility, and then to just limit government overreach that we've seen so much, and draw that power back to the people here in the States. So that's why I'm here. It's I've got friends buried over in Arlington, and so a couple hours on a Saturday, what does that cost me compared to what some of my friends gave up? And I can tell you that there's plenty of veterans that can say the same thing. I loved my time in the military. It was the best years and worst days of my life. Great years, but some horrible days. And so anyway, we carry on the fight, and this is something that anybody can do. You don't have to be a Steve Canyon kind of guy to do this. Just get out here, try to get people to sign the petition and jump in and strike a blow for liberty. Anyway, God bless you guys, and I sure hope you'll join our ranks, because it is kind of fun. We'll see you.
Thank you so much, Milt. Whoop. There it is. Okay, this is Jeff Fuller again. I'm here with Harry Hersher, our regional captain for Northern Virginia North. Harry, tell us what's going on with Northern Virginia North.
Northern Virginia North, we're 8 House districts, delegate districts, and 4 Senate districts, trying to convince our legislators to help us save the U.S. Constitution by using the U.S. Constitution. We're trying to execute Article 5, and we need the state General Assembly to approve a resolution that would call Congress to call the Convention of States.
And towards what purpose? What's the agenda?
Well, the agenda is to have a convention where we would discuss amendments to the U.S. Constitution to limit the scope of the federal government, to limit and put limits on the financial side of the federal government, and also to put in term limits. So Article 5 of the U.S. Constitution allows both the Congress and the states to make amendments to the Constitution, and the states need to stand up and live in accordance with that Constitution. And because Congress is broken, and I don't see it, we don't see it changing anytime soon. And they'll never vote to restrict themselves. I think it's the states have to stand up and do that.
How many supporters do you have in Northern Virginia North?
We have over 2,200 in Nova North, which again is those 8 House districts. Convention of States is divided up for management purposes to the House districts. So we got try to have 100 district captains to cover that general area.
And how many supporters are there in Virginia?
We got over 66,000 signers of our petition, supporters, and it's been growing.
Yeah. Okay.
I think people are a little upset with the way Congress has been doing things.
What do you think the issues are that are motivating people?
I think those issues are related to Congress running away with the budget and their spending spree that they are constantly on. Yeah. And we're getting close to $30 trillion in debt, and that doesn't even cover the much larger amount for our possible obligations that are out there that Congress has promised to pay if something happens.
Right.
So,
well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
You bet. I'm Jeff Fuller. I'm here at the Burke Farmers Market, and I've got a couple convention of state Virginia leaders here, and I'm just going to ask them to explain what they're doing and how it's going.
My name's David Williams. I'm the district captain for Legislative District 41, and we're here trying to get folks to sign a petition for Convention of States. It's a national movement to try and get some amendments to the Constitution, and what we're doing is handing out literature and trying to get people to sign a petition for Virginia. Convention of States is authorized under Article 5 of the Constitution, and it allows the states to come together and propose amendments to the Constitution without the interference of Congress or anything else in Washington, D.C. If we can get 34 states to sign duplicate resolutions, then Congress must call a Convention of States, and once it's called, we intend to propose amendments in 3 different areas. First area is term limits on Congress, and also limits on how long people in government can serve as far as age limits. The second thing is we want fiscal responsibility. The way we spend money in this country, we're putting debt on the shoulders of our children, our grandchildren, at an extreme amount. The third thing is government overreach. We've got too many bureaucratic agencies that make the rules, enforce the rules, and then punish people for not following the rules. It's totally outside of the congressional. Once they establish these things, Congress gets, they step back, they abrogate their responsibility. So if we can get 34 states to sign these resolutions, eventually we can get a convention called. We have 15 states that have signed up so far. This year we had several states that actually got passed in part of the states. So maybe next year we'll end up with another 5 or 10 states adding on. Under the Article 5, once 34 states come together and propose these resolutions, then the amendments have to be sent out to all of the states, and 38 states have to ratify those amendments. So it's basically the same idea that you have 2/3 of the states that propose and 3/4 of the states that actually ratify. We're working here at Farmers Market. We've established the fact that we can come out here and for lack of a better word, hawk our wares, and there's no limits on this. I mean, it's a first come, first served basis in the farmers markets around the county. So if you come out and set up, then once you're there, you can stay until they close. And so far, we've been handing out our palm cards and passing out the literature about Convention of the States. And we've had several takers on the palm cards and literature. We've only had a couple of people that have stopped to sign the petition. But you can sign the petition online. The information is on these cards as to where you go online to sign the petition. And we are willing to answer any questions that you have about the Article 5 Convention of States process.
Great.
That's basically it.
Thank you so much, Dave. Thanks for what you're doing.
Any other questions?
Well, what are the other places that you found that are available in this area that we could do this at?
I'm not sure where all of the farmers markets are, but if you look in
Fairfax County?
Fairfax County online, I know that there's several farmers markets that appear on Saturday mornings.
Okay.
In addition to that, we will be setting up tables at the National Gun Show.
Yeah.
and passing out literature and getting people to sign a petition there. I encourage people to go online to conventionofstates.com. It's all one word, conventionofstates.com. And there's a raft of information, a wealth of information there for people that are interested in finding out what's going on.
Okay.
We're not a partisan group. We think that the problems that we have are cross-party lines, so we have no vested interest one way or another in which party people belong to. We just want to pull the power of government back to the people and back to the states.
Super. Thanks so much.
You're welcome, sir.